we're back. How you doing, guys? Maybe if I stop bumping into the table tonight, be a little bit better. Man, I need a haircut. I really need a haircut. It's really bad. Right, Bailey? I need a haircut, right, puppy? Hey, Dan. Hey, person, how are you? How's everything going out there on the West Coast, sir? Actually, both of you are kind of West Coastish. Bailey, I made the bed for you. No. Get up there. Get up there. Up. Good boy. Up. Try again. Up. Good boy. Normal, just quarantine. Yeah, I understand. I fully understand that. Joseph is waving at me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, wrong Dan. Sorry. Yes, you are East Coast. Wrong Dan. Thank you, Dan. It's greatly appreciated. So how's everyone's quarantining go? Yes, I made the bed. Everyone complained about it last night. So I made the bed today. Look, I even did the laundry too. Yeah, I do know how. I just choose not to do it. I'm just going to mess it up that night. There's no reason to make the bed. Oh, thank you, person. Dan saying hi to Courtney. So, guys, there's actually a fair amount of news for tonight. Hey, Gear, how was your Chick-fil-A? I got to say, even though I had lovely fish tacos, I'm a little jealous you had Chick-fil-A. I really am. Every time I want Chick-fil-A, it's Sunday. They're not open on Sundays. So, yeah, kind of sucks. Courtney's about 5 comments above you, TW. Gear says, hello, everyone. It was awesome. Yeah, I bet it was. I mean, I've really been wanting fast food. And I think it's just because I can't have it because I can't go out. So if I was allowed to go out, I would drive by it every day and not have a problem with it. Yeah, I'm sure you were missing it. Wow, people are blowing up my phone. Gear says it was awesome. Dan says, Gear, I was missing Chick-fil-A bed. Yeah, I am too. Courtney says she's here, TW. Dan Soderholm says, TW, what's up? Hello, Dan. How you been, sir? Says Gear. Thunder Whisperer says, if you both have it, are you going to quarantine together? Well, that's part of the news for today, sir. So we got to hold on for a little bit on that one. I want to let a few more people get on here than the 7 that are here. Gear Runner says, hello, Courtney and TW. DoorDash will bring it to you. Yeah, I have a problem with paying people to do stuff I can do myself. TW also says Uber Eats. Once again, kind of have a problem with people doing things I can do myself. Dan said something he didn't want me to see. TW saying hello to Gear. Gear says, all right. Terrence just liked my picture on Instagram. Heather, how are you? Nice to see you. How are you guys doing down south? Way down south. Dan says he's surviving. Gear says, believe it or not, my phone started connecting to the TV magically after we talked about it the other day. See, now that's funny. That's really funny. It won't connect, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, that's the only thing I'm going to connect to now. Courtney says, hi, Andy. Gear says, same here, Dan. Hi, Heather from Dan. By the way, Heather is my cousin. She lives down in Florida. Tundra Whisperer says, but in case you can't do it yourself, kinda. Yeah, it does kind of make you a little bit unhappy. But there's always a way. I mean, I have a truck. I can pull up, I can pay for it in advance, pull up and tell them to put it in a bed, and then I drive away. I never have to come in contact with nobody. Courtney says, but you're giving employment to others with DoorDash. Yeah, I agree. TW says hello to Dan. Dan says, what's good, TW? Our state is opening up. The governor announced today, still state of emergency in my county until the 15th. We are good. Well, that's good to hear. New Jersey is up to almost 120,000 cases. So out of the million cases that the U.S. has, New York and New Jersey have 1/3 of them. So not that great. How's Florida, Heather? I was supposed to be in Destin right now. Stupid COVID-19. Andy, you're not really mad about it, are you? I'm just wondering. You seem like you're a little bit butthurt. Dan says, you got 2 trucks, LOL. Yes, I do. The one isn't running right now. I mean, it runs. I mean, don't get me wrong, it runs. But it doesn't run like I want it to. So that's part of the news. I'm going to be doing a motor swap on it. So I'm going to pull that straight 6 with the granny shifter. And I'm probably going to end up, I think I've decided on either a 396 with a stupid large cam and high compression pistons and all that crap, which is seriously just a 383 board 30 over. But I'm thinking about going with the 396 big block, either that or I'm considering an LS swap. So if I do an LS swap on it, then I'm considering going with a build from the bottom up with maybe a LS7. So that's going to be a lot of fun. TW says, good point, Courtney. Yeah, it was a good point. I didn't even think of it that way. I can be lazy and give people money that don't have it. I mean, that's a win-win, right? I'm supposed to be up the last week of the month. I will be staying home for a while. Where are you going, Heather? I'd like to punch the Chinese president in the mouth. Is that the only place you want to punch him? Just saying. TW says, what's the news? 502 big block. If I was going to do that, if I was going to go that big, I would probably go with a 454. But the reason I'm going with the LS7 is just because the frame that is in that truck is a 76. So I want the weight reduction from the aluminum block with the LS motor. And that's why if I was going to go with a big block, it might be a 396, or I might just decide to do the full LS swap. Heather, when you were saying the last week of the month, I'll be around. I hope. I should be. So I would love to see it. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Dan says, good decision. Now, mind you, I might even go with an LS3. I don't know, but I really like the LS7 because that's a big boy. So, it'll be fun to build that. And I'm going to be buying short blocks and buying all the parts individually, getting the lifters, springs, valves, pistons, doing ring jobs, and all that kind of crap. So it's going to be a full build, like buying the heads, the whole 9 yards. Heather says, sorry, last week of May, I am supposed to come up. No reason in particular, just wanted to come up. Well, Heather, if you want to come up, I have a room for you. So you can stay here. I mean, it's right on the other side of the wall. You know where my mom's house is, so you're welcome. Dan says, just don't like all the electronics. Now, see, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go with a 396 is because there's just something about having a carbureted motor. A V8 with a carburetor and a big cam, something that you can just feel in your chest, And it's not because you just have a real loud echoing exhaust. It's just motor. I mean, you have that cast iron. The sound just resonates right out of it with some straight pipe headers. And because it's a 49, I don't need cats or anything. So I'm going to put nice smooth flow headers on it, 3 inches straight back, and just dump it. So it's going to be pretty damn loud. Dan said something that I already read. Yes, I want to see you guys. It won't be the end. It won't be the end of May now, but whenever things are better up there. Well, good luck. I would love to say it's going to clear up soon around here, but it's actually gradually moving down through the state, and we're starting to get record levels of cases in our county, Heather. So it's gradually moving south, and as it does, we're starting to get numbers like New York had, which is very unfortunate. And one of the unfortunate things is Courtney is part of the statistic. Courtney we haven't got her test results back, but she has been around 3 people that have tested positive. So, chances are when she gets her test back that, that's going to be the case. She's had a fever for 3 to 4 days, and, she's been a little bit congested. She's had some ringing in her ears and stuff. She has a very mild case compared to what other people are getting, which I'm really happy about. And that's one of the news is I got my test results back today, and I am negative. So I am COVID free. But unfortunately, COVID free doesn't mean I'm free by any means, because I still can't do anything. But the fact that I don't have it now, I have a 72-hour window where I have to make sure that I'm not around anybody, because I was at a testing facility that has it, that people go to that actually have it. So they want me to be isolated for a minimum of 3 days. And then after that kind of quarantine, go back to normal habits, but wearing a mask for 14 days. And until 14 days prior to my testing. So kind of sucks. Heather smiling. Big Mo says, hello all. Dan Soderholm says, my vote 396 then. Yeah, there's just something about that carburetor. I mean, and honestly, if I'm going to go with a 396 and it's a big block, I might cut a hole in the hood and Just put a frickin' blower on it. Why the hell not? Yo, I will hang as long as I can. Thank you very much, Matt. Greatly appreciated. At Gear Runner, no live tonight. Nope, that's why I'm doing it, because I actually checked with him first before I did this. You know, I was, gotta give my elders the respect, TW says put a put a V4 in it. Actually, that truck is so light, I could probably get away with like a built motor like Courtney's, and that thing would haul ass. Oh my God, that truck is light. There's seriously nothing to it. I mean, you can pick up the back end of it by hand. Board. Did you get at the news back yet? Well, some of the news is that I am COVID-19 negative. I had my test done yesterday. I was called by the health department today, and I am negative. So I do not have COVID. Hello, Mo. Not tonight. It's raining like crazy, and the entire family is home. So no lives Monday and yesterday. I decided not to do one tonight. Dan says my uncle put one in his 3/4 ton GMC. It was out of a Chevelle SS. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You can either do that, or if you can get one of the other models that came out of the, I think it was the 70 and 72, 70 to 72 or 69 to 72 Chevelle when they had the 454. I mean, it would fit right in that frame being a 76. So, and that's the other thing. It's going to be like plug and play. I just put a 700R transmission on it and I'm good to go. I have a 6-speed that's probably going to run 10.5 1/4 mile. It'll be great. Tundra Whisperer says nobody is free right now. No, we are definitely not, TW. You have that right. Maybe not totally free, but damn cheap. LOL. Yeah. Heather says, so sorry to hear about that, and I am glad that you are negative. Glad I tuned in. Well, thank you very much, Heather. Just remember, you can always just pick up the phone and call me. And that goes my way, too. I've really been, slacking on everything, quite frankly. LOL, thanks. Oh, snap. He said elders. Yeah, Matt, I was talking about you, too. Hello, Matt. Howdy. How you doing, Rob? Wow, he logged in under Rob Motion today. Wow, he's trying to get his rep up. He needs that street cred. Dan says, that's awesome. Thank you very much, sir. Andy, my man. Sup, my man. You can wash my truck anytime. Yeah, Andy's really good at that. Really good at that. Big Mo says, great news. Dan says, Rob Motion, howdy. Courtney says, I have had a headache, body aches, fever, coughing, congestion, sore throat, sneezing, no taste, tiredness, fatigue, fatigue easily, stomach pain, and ringing in the ears. So yeah, that kind of sounds like a Robitussin commercial to me. Was that the news? That you're was that the news then that you're negative? No, I actually have other news. I am now at 1,500 subscribers as of today. So I hit another landmark. So that means I got to come up with something for a giveaway. So I'm considering just doing a digital gift card, but I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. That'll be another video. Not too good, Courtney. Be thinking of you. Yes, that's his news. That's part of my news. I have all kinds of news. The other news was I'm doing a motor swap on the truck. And I wanted some of your guys' input on what you guys think I should do. If you think that I should bring it up to today's standards and put a computer in it, or if I should just keep it old school, which is what I want to do. Courtney, did you take the So you can rest medicine. Nope, didn't have any. Yeah, and the stores don't have it either. Heather says, Courtney, she's crying for you. Rob Motion says, LOL. I didn't even realize I was under Rob Motion. Sure you didn't, Rob. Does that mean that you're going to log in under Rob Motive now so that people can see both accounts? Which, by the way, go check out Andy, which is Gear Runner. Check out N3QDZ, which is Matt. Gear Runner does a little bit of car stuff on his channel. Matt does some tools and some like survival gear type stuff and like bug out bag type stuff. And then we have Rob Motive / Rob Motion. He has two channels. One has a Gladiator on it, which is the Rob Motion channel that we see here. And the Rob Motive channel has a bunch of cars on it. So you need to go check that out to see just how many there are, because I lost track. Heather said, any meds? There's really not anything you can take for it except for like Tylenol and rest, honestly. Joseph A. Baker is waving. Hey, sir, how are you? Courtney says, thank you, Matt and Heather. Dan says it's a party. Heather or says, just wait it out. Yeah, that's more the likely scenario. It's like the flu. They can't do anything about it except give you stuff to stop the achy bones and all that kind of crap. Joseph Baker. I can't see what that is, but then it's a party. It's congratulations. Oh, maybe it's a bottle and a cork. There we go. Thank you, sir. Rob Motion says, howdy, Dan. Matt says, 1,500 subs. Time to fry another egg in a stainless steel pan. Matt, I am not messing with that video. That video alone makes me $115 a month. So, yeah, I'm not even going to try and do anything that's even remotely like that video until that one slows down. And quite frankly, it really hasn't. I think it's at, let me check. It's probably close to 600,000 now. Let me go find that video. Nope, it's this one. That video is now up to 567,310 views. It has gotten, in the past month, 44,000 views. So it's doing really good. I am not even putting anything up remotely close to that. Rob Motion says, congrats, Brian. Thank you very much, sir. Tundra Whisperer says, with all those new woodworking tools, lock yourself in the shop and go to town on some wood. I would, but unfortunately, there's been a lot of other pressing issues, and I'm still working, well, not this week, because of my scare, because of being exposed to Courtney. I was out of work this week, but this week I'm trying to take care of all the other things that I need to take care of. So that way, once I do get back to work, I will have some more time. I have been taking care of little things, like I have a huge walnut cutting board that I still have to deliver, but if I go to Delaware, I can't get back to New Jersey. So that's a little bit of an issue. But I do have some finished products and some projects that I'm working on right now. I'm going to be uploading some stuff to my Etsy account and getting that up and running during this week too. So Big Mo says, I got tested at work for the antibodies and was negative. Well, congratulations, sir. Heather says, yay, way to go. I need a shirt. Actually, these shirts aren't being made anymore. And quite frankly, because nobody wanted them. But I am, and some of the other news that I don't think, I have told you guys, I am now a registered business with New Jersey and the federal government. I now have a business under the name of BKE Custom Woodworks. So I am now a actual woodworking business, just in time to not be able to do anything. So I will be getting a logo, and that's why I bought the truck, is because that truck is going to be my business truck. How else better to display your name than on a 49 Chevy? I mean, come on. I mean, you can't get better advertising than that. Let's see, where was I? Joseph A. Baker says, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yes, I love eggs too. Is Courtney quarantined in the next room? She is quarantined somewhere else, sir. Dan Satterholm says Courtney prayers and hearts and stuff. Big Mo says that means Rob can thumbs up twice. There you go. He can give me 2 views also. He has a phone and a computer. There you go, Rob. Rob says, thanks for the shout out, buddy. No problem, sir. Anytime. Courtney says, thank you for all the well wishes. Rob Motion says, LOL. That's true, Big Mo. TW, I am staying with a friend. Yes. Yes, she is. Gear Runner says, hey, Rob. Yeah, hope you feel better soon, Courtney, says Gear Runner. Tunger says, is she a COVID-19 member too? Actually, her whole family is. So no better place to quarantine than when people of your own kind, right? Rob says, Andy, how you doing, old fella? Courtney says, yes, she is. Thank you, Andy. Gear Runner says, pretty good after the Chick-fil-A, Robbie boy. That egg video definitely has a lot of views. It does, and it's ridiculous because when I first put it up and I was getting views, I tried to make another video using all the same tags and everything except for the title of it. And guess what? Nothing. Like, can't believe it. Matt says, sorry guys, my toe, not broken, that I smashed with a big log is killing me. Gonna go lay down. Sorry, I can't hang longer. No problem, Matt. Go prop that thing up. Get rid of that heartbeat, and hope you feel better, sir. Gear Runner says, have a good night, Matt. Thanks, Andy, says Matt. Oh, there's Rob Motive. Here he is. Woohoo! 2 thumbs up. This is the only time that 2 thumbs up is worth it. Any other time, it's an anti-thumbs up. But Rob just proved that you can give 2 thumbs up and they count. Courtney says, feel better, Matt. Matt says, thanks, Courtney. You too. Rob Motive says, so what did I miss? Is K positive? Well, we're waiting to find out, but she's in a house with multiple positive people. So yes. It's the not definite answer, but yes. Rob Motion says, I feel like a split personality. Rob, I don't think it took this for that to happen, sir. I think we all have that feeling when we do YouTube. Tundra Whisperer says, yes, Kay has the virus. Yes, she does. Gear Runner says, it's always the video that have nothing to do with your channel that does the best. Now, see, the funny part is, my channel originally started out as Edge Every Day. And it was about, you know, cooking and just normal day stuff. A lot of it was cooking now. So now that I'm a woodworking channel, I thought about taking some of them videos down, but I'm like, I can't take that one down. Then I thought maybe I can just start another channel just for my business and then just put that egg video on that channel too and collect off of it twice. But then I thought that maybe Google would get mad at me and then I just wouldn't get anything because it would no longer recommend it. So I'm like, I'm not even going to touch it. Dan says, later, Matt. Rob says, and I did. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciate it. Brian John says hello. Well, hello, Brian John. How are you? Tundra Whisper says, Courtney, did you not social distance from them? No, she didn't. TW, not enough. She didn't. Didn't work. It's not the biggest house either. So, you know, if she was in the basement, but unfortunately, you know, you need to go upstairs to do all your, you know, like food, bathroom, all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, she got put in harm's way. So Gear says, my biggest video literally has nothing to do with my cars. No, it actually has to do with shedding pounds, but you have never done a weight reduction on any of your cars or trucks either. So I find that funny, really funny. I don't understand. Dan says, Masked Singer started soon. Peace, love, and prayers to y'all. Thank you, Dan. Thanks for stopping in. Stay safe, and everybody be safe. Tundra Whispers says, is it the sticker video, Gear? Could be. Actually, I think it is your diet video from like 2 years ago, right? So, guys, what are your thoughts on the motor that I should put in the truck? I know that we've already talked about it, but I want to get some of your guys' input on it. I already got Dan's. Rob, Mr. Motive or Mr. Motion, what would be a motor plan that you would go with for a 49 Chevy? And TW, how about you? What would you do? I'm talking motor, because suspension, that's going to be completely different, because putting a big block in there or another cast iron like V8 over the straight six that's in there, I would probably have to say that I have to do the suspension. So, yep, diet video from 2 years ago, right at 511 views almost. That's ridiculous, because seriously, like a month ago, it had like what, 5,000? It literally pulled 500,000 out of its butt in like a month. That is ridiculous. Now, when you're talking about a Hemi, are you talking about I go get one out of a Cuda or out of a Charger? Good night, all. I'm falling asleep because I took a Benadryl. All right. Good night. I'll talk to you later. Try and get some rest. Rob Motive says, I'd throw a big old fat Hemi in there. Yeah. TW says, later, KVid. I see what you did there, TW. Gear says 3 months ago it had about 40,000. Wow. Gear saying bye to Courtney. Joseph says get some great sleep, Courtney. Yeah, the Benadryl is probably just making her drowsy. I don't think Benadryl like does the right thing to her. I mean, there's sometimes she takes it and it's like she never even took it. I don't know. So now, what's the theory behind putting a Mopar motor in a Chevy? I mean, if I was going to do something drastic like that, me and Andy was talking about me just dropping a Cummins in it. Either that or I go out and get a Duramax and drop that in there. Because, I mean, a 49 with a diesel motor, I mean, that would be fun. It would definitely haul whatever I needed it to for the business. So does anybody think that's a viable option? Rob likes it. But now all I need to do is find a Big Mo says a 454 4-barrel straight pipe. You know what? I was considering that, But then I was also thinking about I could just get the 396 and just put a high compression piston in it. Then if I do that, the high compression piston will give me about the same power that I'll get with the bore and stroke with the 454. Not to mention, if I wanted to, if I got the 396, I could always put a stroker kit in it, and then now we're building some big power there. We'll be looking at probably about 10-to-1 compression. Rob says, I mean, who does that? I mean, well, that would probably be me. Throw a Tesla battery in the truck and then it would be great. You know what? If I could get a P100D motor and drop it in there, oh my God, that thing would be sick. But I'm not putting out that kind of money. I mean, a totaled one that I'd have to rebuy a battery for, and just getting the motors still like 20 grand. And then I have to figure out a way that it's going to mount up and all the fab work. I could just buy a Tesla and, you know, I'll get a Tesla truck. Why not? 454 was a second choice. Now, you see, that's the other thing. If I get a 454, I can slightly bore it over high compression pistons and it'll put out like a 502, like I think Dan said. Joseph says, I have a 396 motor with a 427 crank under my workbench. I believe that, Joseph. I believe that. But yeah, I mean, I could also go with an old Corvette motor. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. Stacking tunes, meth injection, it'll be badass. Yeah, it would be, but I don't want to have to run E85 in it. TW says, do what Fred Flintstone did. Just cut the floorboards out. Unfortunately, the body and the floorboards and the pans are all in great shape. Oh my God, it's an amazing shape. So yeah, I'll have to see. First truck was a 79 long wheelbase Chevy with a 454. Yeah. No on the Cummins. All right. So maybe a Duramax. Why don't I just put a cat motor in there? Go out and put a V12 cat. There you go. I don't even think that would fit. But yeah, I'm really, but it has to be a way on price. I just bought a Powermatic 60HH last weekend. Watched your video on the 54HH, and that was what convinced me. Well, John, I am glad. I love mine. I kind of wish I would have went with the 60HH because I could see how I could use that extra bed width. And TW was on here. He asked me, why didn't I go with the larger one? It was because of space. I mean, the longer beds would have been better for longer stock. And I know. But, you know, for the room that I had, you know, that was kind of what I went with. So, but yes, amazing machines. They are. I love my table saw. I love my planer. Boy, that planer gets a workout. But it'll eat anything you put into it. I've actually put 20-inch wide polypropylene die cutting boards from my job because I resurface the die cutting boards for my job. And I ran that through and took an 1/8 inch off of them. And it just ate it up like it was nothing. The helical head in that 20-inch planer, that thing is a freaking beast. Oh my God, it'll eat anything you put in there. Yeah, I'd say all the new news has been said. Yes, I think I haven't hit anything yet. Oh, okay. He meant stack tunes and methane inject the Cummins. See, now that sounds fun. Sounds completely unnecessary, but I mean, the straight six that I have in it now is a 292. I mean, I could actually work that a little bit and, put a different trans in there. And then, I would still have a decent running, decent driving truck. But I just want to go bigger. That straight six isn't bad. I mean, right now with the granny shifter and the tranny and everything that's in there, its top speed is like 50, and it takes you about a quarter mile to get there. So it's not really practical to use as a business truck. I have a 300 trans that the guy gave me that I could bolt right up to it. I would just have to get a different gear for the I completely forgot the name of the piece now. The part that I'm losing my mind. Flywheel? Yeah. Or the crank? Yeah. You know what I mean. I'm losing my mind. So I could put that in there and I could get a top speed of 70 out of it, but that's still not that practical. The PJ82 is a badass joiner. It's my beast in the shop. You know what? I mean, TW, you have like a dream shop. So yeah, all your stuff is like green and white or gold. So yeah, you have a dream shop, buddy. But yeah, definitely. I would say if you go with any bigger motor in that, I think it's going to definitely be worth it. It's going to run good, and even if I don't have like a huge trans in it or anything like that, it's still going to run really good. Even if I just get a basic 350 small block and do a decent build on that, I would still be able to get decent power out of it with no problem. But for some reason, I think I want to go with a big block in there. I mean, there's plenty of room under the hood, so why not, right? I mean, it'll fit in there perfect. I mean, I could put any motor I want in that truck because there's so much room under the hood. TW says, my first truck was a 71 Datsun, and I missed Gears. Oh, Gear said his first truck was a Mazda B2000. You know what? Them things are actually like going for some money now. All of them older like Mazdas and Datsuns, they're really like starting to fetch a little bit of money for what they are. It's kind of shocking. Tundra Whisperer says, I remember the number on the motor was 1300 cc. Yeah. 1300 cubic centimeters was that like a 1.2 liter or like a 1 liter or something? Yeah, it was ridiculous. But they ran really good. Not strong, but they ran really good for a long time. And that's the other thing. Should I make this truck a manual or should I make it an automatic? That's the other big question. Yeah, them old little motors that were in them older cars, it was ridiculous. They could go through a quart a day, but never like fatigue. It was ridiculous. All right, Gear says a manual. Anybody else for manual? You know what, Rob? I was kind of thinking that. Um, I was thinking about kind of putting um, like kind of like one of the um, her shifters to where you can just like kind of shift with the bar that's in it. I was thinking about something like that too, to where that way it can be automatic, but yet still be manual. So that way, when I want to play, I can. And when I need to go on a long drive to like my wood supplier that's 50 or 60 miles away, it can still be, halfway decent on gas, you know. Yeah, Gary, they really were. I got to give it to Datsun. Like Datsun and Mazda did great work on like the metal work. A lot of them didn't rust out like all the other cars. It's like they used something different. Um, I don't know if they had like a different metal supplier than everybody else, but the only places that they rotted out was where water would sit, and that would be like right along the rockers. But I mean, other than that, like the tops were normally good. I mean, you get any other car from that era, and the roof pillars were rotten. The inside of the fenders were rotten. There's holes in the wheel wells and everything else. Yeah, that's kind of what I think, Rob. I think I want to do something different with this. Yeah, but then again, they used real paint, but when the air got underneath of it, it peeled off like a sheet too. I mean, back then you would drive down the street and sheets of paint would just fly off people's cars because they didn't know how to freaking prep the metal right. I remember seeing a bunch of stuff like that on the news. Um, One of the big manufacturers that had that issue was Chevy, back when they were making the Cavaliers and the Corsicas. Like full sheets were peeling right off the hood. It was ridiculous. So, well, it looks like everybody wants me to get a big block and make it go really fast. Clear coat. Um, I don't know. I want to say early 80s, late 70s. Let me see. Um, in the 1980s, car manufacturers began using urethane and polyurethane paints on vehicles. After the application, clear coats were then applied. So let's see if they have an actual year. Nope, couldn't find an actual year, but yeah, early 80s. Yeah, but they were more the high-end cars. A 502 Dart motor. Ooh, that sounds that sounds interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. I'd have to see how much they would really be to be able to get one. Um, because I'm sure if there's still a good running one, it's probably still in a car and they're not getting rid of that car for cheap. Um, but yeah, that would be nice. One of the other options was I was considering just like maybe getting a salvage like newer Camaro and yanking the motor and trans out of it and using just dropping that in there and calling it a day. I think they were LS5s and 5s, 6s, and 7s, depending on the year, and depending on what trim level it was. Yeah, TW, that's what it said, 1980s. Because I know it was definitely out at the end of the 80s. But I think I remember like Mercedes and BMW, they started using them, and then it got more mainstream, like near like with Chevy and Ford, like in the mid to late 80s, from what I understand. Then by the 90s, everybody had it. So, all right. Well, it looks like you guys gave me some homework on what I want to put in that truck. You guys made me think about a bunch of different things that I didn't initially think of. So, I mean, I was just thinking about going with basic Chevy motors, but I mean, there are other motors that I could put in there. I mean, why not drop a Coyote in it? What the hell? I would just have to find a totaled car and pull the motor myself, but you know. Well, there was let's see, that I'm COVID negative, that my channel has hit 1,500 subscribers as of today, and that I needed your guys' help on picking a motor. Yep, I think you got everything now. Yeah, I know. Them Coyote motors are ridiculous. I mean, I just think, just find a totaled Raptor somewhere. You know, one that got T-boned, and just take the motor and trans out of it, get a new drive shaft and rear, and I'm good to go. Gear, the Coyote is the one that they put in the Raptor, right? And it's also, they put it in a Mustang too? Do. It's the they put the EcoBoost in the Raptor now, but the Mustang has it. Yeah, but did they put the Coyote motor in the Raptor at one point, or has it always been the EcoBoost? Yeah, it's the high output 5-liter engine that Ford uses, and they're ridiculous. Yeah, Joseph, that very true. Yeah, Ford into Chevy, but guess what? Nobody else would have done it. Yeah, it's a 5-liter, but it's a high output. Them things are ridiculous. I mean, the crate ones, the like stock crate ones that you get start at like 412 horsepower. The Raptor had the 6.3, yeah. And that's another thing I was looking at, and I think the LS7 is a 7-liter. Do, 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 do. The LS7 is the one that was in the Z06. But the LS7s completely built and tuned are like 18 grand. So Stock Coyote has like 460 supercharged, and they go up to 750, 800-ish and handle 900. Yeah, I'm talking about just a basic, the crate version starts at like 412 or 415. And that's not what a supercharger, that's just their motor. And that's not bad. I mean, that truck that's out there, I mean, weighs all of maybe, if I take the motor out of it, probably 650, 700 pounds. I mean, it doesn't weigh anything. It would literally be all motor. Gear says the other Chick-fil-A sandwich is calling his name. Don't you want to save it for tomorrow? Spread them out. But yeah, I'm really looking at what I can do with it, because I wanted to try and have that old school sound, but I wanted to have kind of like new school power. I want it to be really reliable. Yeah, if you take the drivetrain out of it, the body and the frame doesn't weigh anything. It's ridiculous. I can go back there and grab the back bumper and lift up the back tire on one side. I mean, it's seriously that freaking light. Well, I mean, it has the wooden bed on it, so it just has a basic angle iron frame. So it has two C channels, has a angle iron frame, then it has 3 cross supports where it was bolted in. I mean, the bed is nothing. The bed weighs like 150 pounds. Gears on the COVID diet. Joseph Baker says, well, it's settled. You're not getting a Ford. You said you wanted it to be reliable. But you know what? Ford makes some good old reliable motors. I mean, the 302 was a good motor. Very reliable. What are you weighing in at these days? Me or gear? Put a Tundra engine in it. You see, that would be fun. But if I did, I don't know. I don't think I would do that. If I was going to put another 5-liter, another 5.7 in there, I would put an old school 350 small block in it. I mean, that's essentially what it is. It's a 350, 350 cubic inch, 5.7. So, I mean, why wouldn't I just go with a 350 small block? I mean, I could probably get a lot more power out of it than what I could get out of a Tundra motor. Because I know the 350, I know you can push probably about 600 out of it without really doing a lot. And that's just, putting a nice roller cam on it, some high compression pistons, a nice aluminum head. I mean, it really doesn't take much. A little bit of a cam. I mean, those 350s you can build pretty cheap with a decent amount of horsepower. Yeah, put a Tundra motor in it. Honestly, if I would do something like that, I would probably actually go with like a 4.6 or a 4.7 Toyota motor. Either that, or I would try and find one of the other older motors to put in there from Toyota, because we know that they can get hundreds of thousands and millions of miles. So, let's see. TW says, the stay-at-home order. I need to join the cast my 600-pound life. I don't think you're that bad, TW. Joseph A. Baker says, yeah, put a Toyota 5.7 in it. It has 4 valves per cylinder. You see, and that's one of the things that I like about the LS is it's a 90-degree V motor. So I don't know. If I was going to go with something that had tech, it would probably be an LS motor, honestly. You want an old sound and new reliability. Toyota makes a reliable engine. It does, but Toyota motors, you can't really do anything to. They really don't play well with anything. And that would be one of my hesitations is if you do, too much to, if you try to do anything to a Toyota motor, it kind of fights back. Like you can't tune, you really can't tune them. You're very limited on that. I mean, they throw codes left and right. They're just not fun to deal with when you start playing with them. Gear says, I am TW, all I can eat. Hey, I love it. I have no clue. I stopped weighing myself. Yeah, sometimes it's better that way. TW says, hell yeah, Gear. I eat just to pass the time. You know what? So do I. I've noticed I've been doing that. I went shopping a few days ago. Well, it's probably more than a few days ago, almost a week ago. And I'm like, I got home and I looked and I'm putting stuff away. I'm like, when the hell did I start eating Tasty Cakes? I bought Tasty Cakes for some reason. And there's like a box and a half gone. So I guess I wanted them. Gear says, me too, TW. Tundra Whisperer says, Gear's new channel, Cooking with Gear. No, Gear don't do that. Gear's like a Tundra motor. It doesn't play well with a stove. Joseph says, that's a sound point. Yeah. I don't cook, so we could call it Eating with Gear. Well, there you go. I mean, I would actually like to see what your diet is. I mean, I know you post a lot of pictures, but I mean, I don't really go out to eat, honestly. Most of what I eat, I cook. But I like to cook. Gear hates to cook. I think he just hates walking in his kitchen seeing red cabinets. So, did you get rid of them yet, by the way? Gear, calm down on the Reese cups. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he does make good grilled chicken. Although he's probably going to come back and say, oh, God, I hate chicken. Oh, he doesn't mind cooking. He hates cleaning. So just grill everything. Isn't the grill like self-cleaning? You just turn it up really hot. It burns everything. You scrape it off, right? Say, I don't like cleaning up after I cook either. That's why I have a dishwasher. So, all right, guys. I'm going to head out because now that you guys are talking about food, even though I just ate 2 tacos and a caprese salad, now you guys got me wanting food. So I'm going to go raid the cabinets and I'm probably going to get a bag of jerky. Nice bag of jerky nuggets. That sounds good. Yeah, grilling is probably the easiest way. You know, you just got to make sure you don't catch it on fire. So yeah, guys, I'm going to head on out. So thank you for stopping in, and keep an eye out for a giveaway video, because we're going to need to do that very shortly, because I did hit 1,500. So thank you, everybody that got me over to 1,500, and I'll see you all on my next video. I do have a couple projects that are going to be coming up that I have shot that I still need to edit. But the problem is I need to do voiceover, and whenever I start talking to myself, Bailey feels like he wants to have a conversation with me. So it's kind of hard to do voiceovers with a dog in the background. So, but yeah, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Let me know if there's anything you guys want to see me build or make, because I'm going to be having some like tables and stuff coming up that I'm going to be building for my own house. So it's going to be fun. So I'll see you all later, guys. And thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you on the next one.